Kid Slopes, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I'm in the cold part of the trenches. Yeah. I'm in the cold part of the trenches.
All right, so we got Kid Slopes off the porch with us today.
Hey, what's going on?
How you
Thanks
feeling
for
today,
having
man?
me. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you coming down to Phillies, man. What else you working on here in Atlanta during this trip?
Pretty much just, you know, connecting with as many people as we can. You know, I got my artist KnuckleHead out with me. Hitting these studios, you know what I'm saying? Just connecting the dots.
Okay.
Trying to put this together.
Yeah. You come down here pretty often?
Yeah, all the time. My brothers live down here, so I'm always down here.
Yeah. So how do you like working here in Atlanta compared to back at home?
The energy, really, and the caliber of artists. I love back home, though, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, being here, sometimes it's like better opportunities, especially as a producer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's way better opportunities as a producer.
Mm-hmm. So what's life like in D.C.?
I mean, for me, every day like the same day. It's like Tuesday every day.
Tuesday?
You know, I'm in the studio every day. That's all I do. You know, we just be working. So KnuckleHead had me in the studio at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. If I'm not asleep in there, you know what I'm saying? But I be in there nonstop. I'm in there most of the time. I spend more time in the studio than I do at home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, got to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm in this for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your childhood like growing up there?
It was cool. I had both my parents at home. You know, I grew up in church. I'm a musician, so I ain't had no rough childhood, nothing like that. You know, it just, I know everybody in the streets, but, you know, it's just, you gotta be in both avenues with this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a little bit of both. So, yeah. But growing up back home, it was cool. I ain't really had no problems or nothing like that. You know, everybody know me. I don't really got no problems with nobody. So everything good.
There you go. You have any siblings?
Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of siblings. We might not be like same mother, same father, but yeah, like my brothers who I call my brothers, you wouldn't know that we ain't had the same parents. You know what I'm saying? So I got a big family, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this incident where you got stabbed in the chest back in 2011?
I mean, yeah, that's what started me to make beats.
Really?
So it was kind of like a blessing and a curse, because that was the reason my bro. I couldn't do nothing. Like I couldn't walk. I was on bed rest. Because where I had got stabbed at, it was like right in the middle of my chest, and it hit my heart. So I couldn't really do nothing. So my brother was like, just make beats. And I was like, make beats. Well, I was already like playing around with the software because I was a musician. I was a musical director. So I just was already using the software in the first place. So he was like, just start making beats because they all rap. You know what I'm saying? So I just started making beats, and ever since then I ain't stopped. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's all I've been doing.
Yeah. You said you got your start just by playing music in the church?
Mm-hmm. I've been playing music. I started when I was 3 years old. I started playing drums in the church.
3 years old, wow.
Yeah, and then after that, you know, I started playing different instruments, saxophone, organ, piano, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So yeah. Over time, it just grew into more and more. I just started learning everything that I could. Yeah.
And you were in some GoGo bands, right?
Yeah, that's, you know, you gotta be in GoGo bands back home if you're doing music. Like at some point, you was doing GoGo at some point. That's our culture, you know, so everybody pretty much has something to do with GoGo in some type of form of fashion that's doing something right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
For the people? Go ahead.
Nah, never mind, I ain't even gonna say that.
Okay. I was gonna say, for the people unfamiliar what GoGo is, how would you describe that type of music? How
you describe it? You would have to go to a GoGo to see it. Like, cause you could listen to it. If you're not from where we from and you listen to it, you might not understand it. But if you go to a show, it's like a different energy. Like, it's like going to a rave, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a totally different energy. I can sit here and explain it to you all day, but you would have to see it. Like, especially back in the day, like CFE days, you would have to see it. Like it's like no concert I ever seen before. Like, it could be like a Drake concert. They not moving that much that they doing like in a go-go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you had to definitely experience it to really understand.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's beautiful because it's like our whole community come together for go-go. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's gonna happen after it's over when you go outside, but when you inside, you know, everybody partying together from every different place. It's just when it's over, that's what you gotta worry about. When the music stops.
Is it still big out up there today?
It's still, I think it still matters, but it ain't too many. Everybody want to rap now, so it's like it ain't really as big as it was. You know, before rapping was cool the way it is now, everybody was in GoGo Bands. You know, so all the producers who probably making beats now was in the GoGo Bands. You know, so it's like it just transitioned into something else. But the bands that was popping back in the day, like they, you know what I'm saying, they still lit, they still doing their thing now. So it ain't really stopped. It just kind of like, you know, it's a lot going on. That's pretty much what I can say.
Yeah. Were there any producers you looked up to when you first started?
Yeah. It's crazy. Like my musical like influence is like totally different kinda. Cause I make all different kinds of music. Like, but growing up, like I looked up to like Dark Child, you know, that's Rodney Jerkins, and you know, Just Blaze and stuff like Timbaland, stuff like that. You know, now it's like that. Back then, that was the producers when you heard they sound, like they ain't need a tag, like you already knew who it was. You know, now everybody had a tag. You know, I got one. I think I got the hardest tag, but you know, that's just me.
What's your tag?
Big slopes with the alley-oop. You already know. Yeah.
How'd you get that?
I mean, I throw oops. You just got, it's up to you as the artist. You got to score. You got to dunk it. So that's me. Big slopes with the alley-oop. Like Knuck say, with the alley-oop.
Did someone rap that on a track, or did you just have them say it?
Somebody said it on a song, and they said it a different way. And then I told them to re-say it a certain way so that, you know what I'm saying, I heard the line, but the line was different because basically it was, the line in the song was about like, because I used to like give everybody bitches. That was me. So the line was, I throw the oop for the females to my men. But, you know, I flipped it, turned it into that. So yeah.
So how'd you get the name Kid Slopes?
They've been calling me Slopes since the 10th grade, but the kid came from, you know, you just gotta have 2 syllables in your name for real, at least. In this game, you gotta have 2 syllables, so I had the kid. But Slopes always been my nickname since I was like 14, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you use a lot of live instruments in your beats?
I do sometimes that's kind of like, that's why I was saying like, back home, it ain't too many people who really into that, but I do that. I love that sound. You know, artist I work with, Poetic Rockstar, he kind of pushed that out of me, like make me do more live instrumentation music, you know what I'm saying? So I can do it, I love to do it, but it's like it go over people's heads sometimes, especially like who I am and the people that I know. A lot of people don't even know what type of music I can make because they so deep in the trap music and stuff, you know, so.
What's your creative process like now?
I'm picky, man. Like, I'm picky bad though, because like I need like, the weather in the studio gotta be right. I can't be tired. Like, I need my water, always gotta have my water. I need my gummy bears. I might need some fruit. the lights in the studio can't be too dark, but it can't be too much light. It's just a lot, you know, but I'm a creative, so I just gotta be in my right vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it works out, you know.
What's your thoughts on producers using loops?
Shoot, if it work, it work. That's how I see it. You know, if you can make a hit out of it, because being a producer just half the job. You know, you still, as the artist still gotta come and do their thing. I feel like, you know, if you're gonna use loops, most of the time give the people their credit. You know, unless they don't care, then that's not your fault. But, you know, I'm all about being fair and giving everybody their credit.
Yeah.
Cause I know a lot of niggas out here stealing. They definitely be stealing from me. So it is what it is though. It's part of the game. Just gotta, you know, you take the good with the bad.
Yeah. Now, if a rapper's in the studio with you and they're recording over one of your beats, are you very hands-on, or do you kind of just let them do their thing?
Nah, for sure. I'm hands-on. I mean, most of the time I'm hands-on. You know, you got those artists that, you know, they gonna come to you with some money, but I mean, pretty much everybody can tell. I'm like brutally honest. So like everybody can kind of tell for me, if I like the song or if I even want to be there. Like, I don't know how to fake it. So it's like, I tell people all the time, if you sensitive, don't even ask me, do I like your song? Cause I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know, if you looking for a yes man, don't come to me. That's not me. But I'm also not the person that's gonna be like, you some trash and not tell you how to fix it. You know, that's the difference. You know, I feel like between producers and beat makers, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't make you sound better, then I'm not that good. You know, that's how I feel. So, you know, that's why I'm me and they them.
And you also engineer, right?
Yeah, I own a studio too,
Okay.
back home, Safehouse Studios. Yeah.
Yep.
Engineering is kind of, I don't like to engineer, but I'm good at it, and it kind of, it opened a lot of doors for me as a producer, being able to engineer. So it was a good thing for me. But at the same time, it come to a point where it's like, I engineer everybody, you know? So it's like, people be wanting to come to me even if I didn't produce the song. And that's what be in my, like, I don't like that. That's the part I don't like. Cause I'm not an engineer. I'm a producer that knows how to engineer. You know what I'm saying? So.
Gotcha. All right, so how long have you owned the studio? When did that open up?
The current studio I have, we've been like, when I got my team together, we've been together for like 2 years. But I first started Safehouse Studios, like the name been going for like 4 years. Yeah, like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, cause I started in like little rooms. I had one in an apartment once, but the whole apartment was a studio. Like, it wasn't nobody living there. It was like the whole apartment was a studio. But for the most part, the location that I have now, that's really like where we everything came together like glue, you know? So yeah, we the #1 studio back home.
There you go.
For real.
So I take it the pandemic didn't hurt the business, huh?
Nah, you know what's crazy? Because of the pandemic, it got busier because nobody had nothing to do. It was like, it got way busier. Like, we was booked all the time, but you know, you had to go by the restrictions.
Yeah.
So it's cool though.
Mm-hmm.
Business is good. I can't complain.
Yeah. What's the music scene like back at home right now?
I mean, I think it's lit right now. You know, it's just more so about people breaking all the way through the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of lit artists back home, but they gotta break all the way through the door. you know, and I think that come from, I feel like a lot of artists, they don't see the bigger picture. Like, it's like they see the hype and they comfortable, but if you ain't consistent, it's gonna fade away. You know what I'm saying? The plan is to get rich and get out. They trying to get in and get a little bit, and they gonna get put out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I feel like we definitely right there, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people with taking it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Bridging that gap. You know, so yeah, it's definitely it's on the way there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we right there where we need to be.
Gotcha. All right, well, talk to us about creating "Gotta Go Get It" for Q Da Fool.
Q, my man. That song, I did it with him. I wasn't in the studio when Mulatto did her verse, but he told me, you know, that she was getting on the song or whatever. But me and him just be making songs. Like, I ain't had no clue that was gonna be on the album or none of that. Like, we just got hella songs together, you know. So yeah, it just, everything worked out. You know, it's just a blessing to be able to be on albums and stuff like that with major labels and stuff. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so what was your reaction when you learned that Mulatto was going to be on it?
I mean, it was crazy. I was down here. I was in Atlanta. I had just went to her album release party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to her album release party, and I ain't know at the time. I had no clue. And then when I came home, I'm like, man, for real? Cause he came, he did a session, and he was like, yeah, she on the joint. I was like, matter of fact, nah, I take that back. I ain't even found out from him. I take that back, I forgot. The paperwork came from the label.
Okay. That's
how I found out she was on it. But when he came in for the session, he told me. But the first time I know my manager, she showed me the paperwork for it, and Mulatto was on it. And I was like, for real? Yeah, that's lit.
You saw how big she was here when you went to that.
Yeah, because at that time she was on a rise like that. Then they dropped it as soon as right after the Cardi B video, the WAP Jones she was in, stuff like that. But Mulatto fire though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. She fire though.
So how'd you discover KnuckleHead, or how'd you guys link up?
Knuck, my man, I known Knuck before, like he was my artist. Like I was a fan of Knuck. I would call him, I'd be in the club, his song would come on, I'd call him. Like, and I hadn't even did no song with him. Like, he was I just fuck with Knuck, and I just believe in like timing is everything. You know, I don't force nothing on with situations or anything like that. You know, if I feel like if it's in God's plan, it'll work out. It's gonna happen regardless. Like, I don't go like pressing to get in situations and stuff like that, because that's how you get like burned and stuff. Like, I don't, you know, I keep it cool. I got a lot of industry friends. I don't talk to them about music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Cause I know you do music, you know I do music, but most of the time, like, when you on that level, like, it ain't even people that call and ask you how you doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. Like, I just be making sure people straight, you know, cause as long as you working, it don't really matter. You know, eventually it's going, you know, we gonna get in the studio together at some point. It don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really pressing it, you know, cause I be feeling like that's what people be doing. Like, they see that you're, you know what I'm saying, somebody, you know, they might be hot at the moment, you trying to geek and do it. No, I'm not like that. You know, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
What do you see as his potential?
He gonna be a rock star. He already is, like, for real. Y'all gonna watch, I'm telling you. Shorty a rock star, man. And then when you see him, you already know. I'm talking about, we on the way here. Somebody hop out the car. Hey, what's your Instagram? They talking about Knuck. They like, what's your Instagram? Da, da, da. Oh yeah, I'm a fan of you. Like, they really like, my man lit, for real. And he don't even know it. Cause he really like, he ain't dead yet. Like he don't know. I see it, but he don't know yet. But y'all understand. Watch, y'all understand.
You guys working on a project together?
He just dropped a project.
Oh, just dropped?
Yeah,
Okay.
he just dropped one. So that's out right now on all streaming platforms, influential.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cause my man got a lot of kids back home. You know, I ain't talking about like real kids. I'm talking about like sons that be trying to do what he do, like grown men, you know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a project out, influential, all streaming platforms right now. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out.
Okay. What's the single that you guys are pushing off that project?
No Ordinary Thug.
Okay.
And they playing it on, they playing it on, shout out to DJ Reds, they playing it on all the radio stations back home. They playing it on, they playing them in Cleveland. They playing them in rack of places, I don't even know. But it's on the radio in a couple cities. Yeah, it's moving. Yeah, but that's just the beginning. It's the first thing we dropped. You know, so yeah, this was just it was a little teaser EP. You know, so it's we got a lot more stuff. Like Knuck, like he don't go to sleep. So like I'm in the studio, I might pass out, and my other engineer, he might come in, Corey might come in and record him while I'm asleep, but he won't go to sleep. Like he just, and he knocking out songs in like 15 minutes, just going straight through. So I don't know. I tell him all the time, he a robot. So.
All right. What else is coming up for you, man? You working with any other artists?
I'm working with I got a lot of stuff that, and I don't want to say it because I be trying. I don't want to jinx myself. But I got a lot of stuff with record labels, with signed artists that's about to come out. Hopefully, because you know how labels are, but we're gonna definitely see a lot of stuff coming out from me. Especially this 2021 and before the year out, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're also pretty active in your community?
Yeah, I try to be. My brothers, I know on his birthday, we had fed the homeless at a shelter. Like everybody at the shelter, we bought like 100 pieces. Like we bought a U-Haul truck and filled it up with food, clothes and stuff like that. So, and then we do like drives at the studio doing like Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So yeah, we definitely be trying to, I'm blessed. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's only right for me to help other people.
Real shit, man.
Yeah.
All right. Any last words? Any shout outs before we wrap it up?
Shout out my whole team, the whole Safehouse team. I love everybody. And everybody back home, everybody that don't like me, everybody that do like me. I love everybody. And appreciate you, for sure, for having me here.
No problem.
This is like a milestone out here, you know what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate that.
I'm in a cold part of the trenches. Yeah. I'm in a cold part of the trenches.